see this. This is a 104-piece, half-inch grommet installation kit that I bought at Harbor Freight for just a few dollars. And like I said, 104 pieces. 4 pieces are tools that you'll need. They're included in the kit, and then 100 pieces of grommet, which will make 50 complete grommets. So let me show you how easy it is to do this. First of all, you have something called a striker plate. It's just a piece of semi-flexible material so that when you want to cut a hole in your, let's say I want to put a grommet right here and I want to punch a hole in it, I just place the fabric on top of this striker plate and go into my kit and get what's called a punch. One end is sort of sharpened, the other end is thicker and flat. So one end is for actually making a hole in the fabric, and the other end is to be beat with a hammer. So we'll just take a hammer, tap this a few times, and by magic, that will put a hole in your fabric. Can you see that? Okay. The next step, and all this comes with the kit, is take something called an anvil. And grommets consist of 2 pieces. One is called a grommet. Oops. The grommet actually has a raised cylinder on it, and then what they call the washer. And when these 2 things are beat together, they're going to form a complete grommet. Of course, common sense will tell you one is going to be on one side of the fabric and one to be on the other. So to get this thing started, you take this little tool that comes with you. It's called an anvil, and you place the grommet on there with the tube facing up and put this behind the hole you just made. So now we've got the anvil behind the thing with a grommet already set in it, and we're going to put that down on a hard surface. This might be easier if I use something like this, a piece of wood or whatever. But anyhow, now we take what's called the washer, and the washer has got like a sharp side and a rounded side. You want to put the rounded side up. Okay, and then we need to reach into our bag of goodies and get what's called the striker. And one end of the striker has this little pointy thing on it, and you just put that right in the hole, hit this a couple of times, and by magic you end up with a grommet installed. That's easy enough, don't you think? So, to recap, just a couple of little tips and tricks that I use. Used a screw type anchor, not pins and not straight tent stakes. A screw type anchor to secure this thing so it doesn't blow away. Learn how to tie one of these knots. It's simple enough. There's no special way you do it. The whole purpose is to have a loop halfway up the line so that when you go through your anchor and come up, you can get some mechanical advantage. You know, if you just try and tie a straight line to something, by the time you finish the knot, you got slack in it. This is a good way to keep the slack out. Truckers use it and fishermen use it. If you have bulges or sags in the cover, you can walk around and pull on it with your hand and say, hey, this thing would be a lot tighter if I put a grommet here and a grommet there. And we got the screw anchors from Amazon. I think it's $23 and something, about 25 bucks with tax. And you can buy this grommet kit for just a few dollars at Harbor Freight. I've got the 1/2 inch. They make different sizes. You can get them probably an inch for heavy duty, and probably even less than a half inch. I don't know, but half inch would be perfect for a job like this. And you'll need a hammer to install the grommets and something to give you leverage, whether it's this or another tent stake, or something to help you twist that into the ground. So the other tip, of course, was if you're on uneven ground, just because when you first set it up doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly the way that thing has to stay. Once you get it set up and you start tying it down, go ahead and start moving the legs in, out, left, right, any way you need to kind of get it more level. Now, I'm so far up on a hill here, I don't think I could fully adjust it with just the legs. That's why I put a grommet and a rope on the high side of it back there, the uphill side of it. Either put your grommets in before you install the cover on top of the frame, or go ahead and do it and get you a step ladder out there. Just something that you can use to bring a hard surface up to punch a hole into the fabric and to secure that grommet. I hope you find this helpful. It really worked for me, and as I always say on my YouTube videos, I only watch YouTube on the Roku and I can't see comments. But if y'all have comments and you have better ideas, share them with each other. You're all welcome to go to my website and talk to each other. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.